Welcome to Seeing Red, the first show for 2017, and this man is still a Liverpool fan. His New Year's resolution should be to stop supporting this crap team. I'm Rashid the Gooner, and this is
Simon the Writer, aka we're
Simon
going to win
Idiot.
the league. I'm going to win the league in that.
yeah, and then you're gonna save it by your PlayStation, I'm sure. And then
I'm going to win
move
that
on.
too. I'm going to win that too. Today we have some matches to go through, and let's get straight into it, Rashid.
Now the first one, Burnley beat Southampton 1-0. Joey Barton coming back and scoring a decent free kick. It wasn't a spectacular free kick, but he got the goods done, and Joey Barton getting his first goal and his return to Burnley.
Joey Barton is a piece of work.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
I'm looking forward to him entertaining us with his non-football antics.
Yeah, but you have to first of all follow him on Twitter though. He's a wannabe philosopher.
I should.
No, the next game.
Borough versus Watford. 0-0 stalemate. Two teams that have what I would consider decent attackers that just not showing the goods, and I have to start pointing at the coaches. They need to change some of their tactics to do better, because if they don't change how they play, they're going to be a threat either this year for relegation or next year.
And with that in mind, I'm a little disappointed at Watford because the style of football they played in this match, given the nature of the weekend, Graham Taylor, their former manager, passed away. I was expecting to see more from them. Didn't.
There's no motivation. The Igalo Dini.
But if your former coach died, one of your greatest coaches in the club can't motivated to give a good performance,
then what will?
Respect him. Exactly.
True. Next game.
That was Hull beating Bournemouth 3-1. Now Hull has a new manager, Marco Silva. Kind of reminds me of Jose Mourinho. Talks like him, young, came to England young like him.
Whoa.
I'm kind of thinking I don't really.
You don't really like
First
him that much?
impressions kind of lost, and him giving me a Jose Mourinho kind of vibe first off the bat. But Hull got a 3-1 win.
First impressions on the field is that him have them out there running, him have them out there playing fast, and they're scoring goals.
But what is happening to Bournemouth? Bournemouth, they're out of the FA Cup. They had a 3-0 win against a 3-0 lead against Arsenal, dropped it and ended up drawing that game. I know they've lost.
They soon find some big game to look like they're playing well and win the game, and then they drop again. Remember, this is the issue I had with them. They seem to find random times to be motivated. But question, maybe they're suffering from losing Aki from getting sent back to Chelsea.
Could be.
Interesting.
I just want to know they're doing well, so that means that Jack Wilshere is doing well, and Jack Wilshere can come back into the forefront. Well, he's still with England, but I mean, I want him to be more a feature in England starting 11, and I want him to come back to Arsenal and be really a contender for a serious starting midfield spot.
Well, if you're worried about England, obviously it takes nothing for Jack to make England. Didn't he play like 2 Money Cup match and still make the Euro squad?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like the man, obviously him don't. But then again, that coach is gone, so we'll see. So maybe he does have something to fight for. Next game that we're going to move straight to is West Ham 3, Palace 0. Now, my dreams of West Ham getting relegated is gone. But right now, Payet to Liverpool. Let's hashtag it again. Payet to Liverpool. Now, let me get something clear.
Payet to Arsenal, just because I don't want him to come to Liverpool. Screw that.
Yo, you know you'd actually fit at Arsenal?
I know.
But, with that said, we know we're not going to spend the money, dog. Come on, bro.
We don't need him. We don't need him. And that's the thing. We don't need him. I'd even have him cutting the grass just so he don't go to Liverpool.
You know this is Wenger that will see the Snickers and go buy one of them.
2 ice mint, I know.
I was going to say one of them little small chocolate like Catch.
Yeah.
You see me? He must see Crunch and go buy Catch. But right now, the thing with West Ham, as much as I don't like West Ham, I don't like what Payet is doing. And one of the things is, if he's going to cost more than 25, I don't want Liverpool to buy him. Based on the fact that loyalty issue, we saw Tevez do it at West Ham, go to Manchester United and do it again. When they don't want to play there anymore, they act up.
But is Payet the man to carry such a price tag because he's getting on in age?
True, but his talent and the inflation right now, I mean, right now 25 is not a worth issue.
I'd say somewhere between 12 and 15 though.
No, that is his worth. What you find right now is that the 25 is to secure the deal. So a lot of these inflated price tags are just to secure a deal. But with that said, I don't like how he's doing that. I saw Tevez do it, Mascherano did it at Liverpool. And I like the fact that West Ham responded by showing him that they don't need him.
No, that goal by Andy Carroll was a beautiful volley, right?
Yeah, the bicycle. It was
right.
Great. Well, you know what? You see, Andy Carroll, he can score goals, you know, when he's healthy, you know.
Yeah.
And every now and then he'll come up with this crazy one-time goal. You know? but then he'll go missing for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Carl might score a hat-trick this weekend, and
Could be.
or he might go the next 10 games and not have a touch.
But before we leave this fixtures, one thing I want to talk about, Sam Allardyce. I think Sam Allardyce is overrated. Your thoughts?
I think let me tell you, he has something going, but he has put himself in situations that gets a lot of praise, and a part of it is like, I'm not really doing that much, just calm down.
His last good job was at Bolton. That was like years ago.
Big Sam.
Every single team he's coached so far has not done well, and there was a debacle at England.
Sam might just be an asshole, and that's what cost him England job. So
Haven't won a match since taking over Palace, and time is running out.
yeah. On to the next.
Now the next game is Sunderland 1, Stoke City 3. Now I don't like when Stoke win. Everybody knows that. For me, Stoke is as odious as Man United, as Liverpool, as Tottenham. So for Sunderland to win, it kind of annoyed me that you're battling relegation and make a team like Stoke beat you. But David Moyes to me is like that guy that had the perfect relationship with this girl, his soulmate. But then people say, yo, a prettier girl out there, a girl I can gel with more. So I'm gonna leave this girl fair and go there. And every single relationship in since that one has been crap, including this one at Sunderland.
David Moyes, let me tell you what David Moyes is. David Moyes is the youth that is not a gallus, that they were a hot gal once.
Yeah. I didn't even say she hot, but she nice and she give him what he wants.
Well, or she used to hot at least.
Yeah.
You see me? And after that, him just thinks it'll go easy like that.
Yeah.
You see me? And
Yeah.
it just is him struggling. And
His reputation take a big hit.
I think, let me tell you what.
You think them gone down?
Moyes, you think if Sunderland going? I think Sunderland is going down. I think
definitely.
the
This
only
is the
thing-
year.
The only thing Sunderland is doing right now is Defoe scoring goals.
And Pickford look decent.
But
But that's also because they're doing so crap, him forced into saving shots.
and what I'm saying is Pickford don't look greater than a championship goalie right now. So it fits. So next game that we have coming up, Everton 4, City 0. Welcome to the Premier League, Pep. Done. All right. The funny thing about Pep is
I called it.
you did call it. And,
Just have to say that.
and you see, what I think I like about this match is the arrogance of like City fans out there who are trying to troll people and talk about this and that. I saw a meme that said maybe Gabriel Jesus should go in goal. And I think that is what is happening to Pep. I think it's his arrogance that is causing some of these things.
Yeah.
He should not have frozen out Joe Hart. You bring in a goalkeeper because you want a goalkeeper that can control and pass the ball.
Yeah.
His job is to save shots. The stats right now, 19 shots come at him, 12 goals scored. So that means the man only have 7 saves out of a possible 20.
But you know, I remember a few weeks
crazy.
back, Pep beat Burnley 2-0, and that game they looked like they had to like change things up and be a little bit more direct.
Yeah.
And they got a win. I was thinking maybe Pep is understanding the league.
I think
but after that, we see him go back to this whole Barcelona Bayern tiki-taka style of football, throwing caution to
he
the
doesn't have
going
the talent
forward.
for it.
Exactly, he doesn't have the players that play that way.
I think some of them will be. I think Gabriel Jesus, I think Sané, I think Gundogan, I think all of these are talent for the future. But right now, is him walking on the coals real slow.
And it's not that I really have a problem with him, but it's just that people were so arrogant and quickly labeling him as the best coach in the world. I would never really saw anything to suggest that, look, he's head and shoulders above any other coach in the world as a great.
Well, one thing I will say about Pep, in his defense, because we blast him already, so in his defense, I do think Pep is a very good coach. For some of the reasons that I hate Mourinho, I get the reasons that I like Pep, but both of them are great coaches. Now, what they will have to show at the end of their careers is the impact that they have had.
Pep was talked about at Barcelona like Frank Rijkaard, who a decade ago people was also labeling as the best coach in the world. Where is Frank Rijkaard now? I don't even know which club he's coaching.
Is he coaching? I have to check. But what I would say about Pep is, in his defense, is that we at least see, when he goes to a team, we see his imprint on the team.
Yeah.
Now, I think if eventually Pep gets the players, I think Man City will be a problem.
Next season,
for sure. But right now, I think he's been humbled. And that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
And that's very good.
Welcome
Because
to
in
England.
this league, being humbled is necessary. So that's that. City, you need a leader. I'm tired of saying this every week. So for the sake of me not saying it every week, City need a leader.
Now the next game, Leicester City, they lost 3-0 to Chelsea. Now Leicester City, they're suffering again because they have 6 players out who they have some players after the African Cup of Nations, and as a result, Tinkerman had to tinker again. It didn't work out for him. And you have to give Chelsea credit though, because they got 3 goals without Diego Costa. Pedro scored and Marcos Alonso scored 2 goals, 2 good goals as well.
No, you don't know why Marcos Alonso scored?
Why?
Then bring Aki to take him spot and the man said bench who?
Yeah. I think he was coming with something else, but yeah, cool, yeah.
What is that I was going to say?
Some Liverpool association
because No man, we are talking about them team. So, I agree, and Chelsea is showing the class.
Yeah.
I want to bad mind Chelsea. Somebody going to get injured. Maybe Diego Costa go to Chinese league. Yeah man, feel like you can win without Costa. Send him go China and see what. But outside of that, they're playing good football.
Yeah.
Kante are showing to be one of the best players. In retrospect, N'Golo Kante probably should have gotten player of the year over Mahrez. We can discuss this a little more.
I can see why you said that.
This might be an impulse comment, and maybe I'll revisit this.
Yeah.
But right now, what is happening to Leicester and how much better Chelsea look in that game.
Yeah.
When you look at Amartey and Musa, these players and bring in for Leicester, it's what them say, chalk to cheese or whatever.
Yeah.
Trust me, big difference. On to the next game. Spurs keeping the ball rolling. On a high from that game against Chelsea. Looking really good in attack.
Against our West Brom team who was looking pretty decent as well.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, them locking down. Clean sheet against Chelsea. Clean sheet again this week. Them looking...
Hat-trick for Hurricane as well.
Boy, what are some of those goals? One-time goals, like the poise that he has. I have to give him props because he...
And that's 5 goals in 3 games.
And people are waiting for him to fail.
I am.
It's not coming, but it's not coming for now. Where I think his failure comes is for England.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Spurs doing well, proving to be a force.
Now the next game, Arsenal 4 Swansea 0. Now what I like about this game is that we are forcing teams into mistakes. Now Swansea is not really doing well.
No, they're not.
But we've been guilty of not putting the sword to teams off late, and we did that yesterday. He will be coming up good again. I just have to rate this kid. He's my favorite youngster in all of world football right now, Alex Iwobi.
Quick question. I think for the first 20 minutes, you guys look really poor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I fully agree with that.
And that goal that you scored came against runner play.
But that is what I'm saying about Arsenal. Arsenal is a lot more grittier this season. We're a lot more resilient. When you have seasons past with a conceded an early goal right there, but the fact that we have Giroud scoring when we need it, and I think something about that Giroud goal kind of turned things around, kind of changed the tide a bit. Swansea kind of figured, oh crap, it's one of those games again. So that goal was very timely by Giroud.
Good. True. Not much else to say about this game. Dominant win, strong from your team this week.
Alex is
keeping you in the top 4
again.
running, so because you fell into 5th at one point. So kept you back up there, especially with the City loss. So,
but I'm really liking how many goals Arsenal are scoring this season. Until you scored today, we and you had the same amount of goals, 48-4, and that's the most of any team scored. So glad to see the goal scoring back on form again.
Interesting statistic. I think from either 9 or 10 to 20, they all have negative goal difference.
Yeah.
The top 6 is just rushing everybody else.
Yeah.
Can move on to the Red Derby.
Yeah.
First thing, exciting game. Exciting game. That friggin' boom jersey, dog, is just a goddamn curse in my life. I want to just dash with that yellow jersey. But with that said, my team played horrible. And we came up with a point at Old Trafford, but we could have won. Wijnaldum, what was that at the end of the game, dog? Kick the ball with some power. I'd rather him dash it. I'd rather it sky.
Yeah.
And fly away and go up into the heavens with Baggio penalty and all them man.
Ramos ball.
And Ramos penalty and you see me? But what was that shot?
Yeah.
Look. No.
Coutinho.
Show some heart. Klopp needs to stop. Coutinho look decent coming off of an ankle injury. Because you have to remember, ankle injuries are one of those injuries that it stay in the player mentally. You know?
Yeah.
So to see how he's playing is a brave thing for him. I'm glad to have him back, especially with Mane. With Mane stepping up.
Yeah.
But Klopp needs to stop playing scared. He needs to play like he want to win. Go for the throat, as I say. you bench Coutinho, you bench Sturridge. Why? You understand? Origi has not been sharp lately.
Yeah, him never look. Him kind of quiet today actually.
And Origi is a type of disciplined baller that he'll be fine coming off of the bench. Do that. Start Sturridge, and then especially right now, Sturridge seems to be an ego player. Not that I'm saying we have to feed into the egos of the player, but give the man some game, dog.
Yeah.
Stop on and off with the man. This is Man U. These are big games.
And Sturridge is a big game player
He's
too.
a big game player.
Yeah.
Him scoring finals, him scoring big games. He has scored against Everton in the past, scored against Manchester in the past.
Scored against us.
Score against Arsenal in the past, right? Yeah. Play the man. You understand? And you know, I mean, I can't act like a vex. I'm not a clap out person at all. I'm far from that. But I can't make him. I can't let him off the hook.
But yo, me nearly had a ratted game today.
Yo, man of the match.
Yeah.
Man of the match. The man make. I was like, yo, did you hear that on outside? I wonder who is this goalie. You know, say if it was Karius, you know, say 4-love again.
When I lose. I'm going to say 4-love, maybe 3-1. But
what is this thing with Matip going with the Afghan? Did you see that news report why Matip didn't play? Because he's fit, you know.
I know.
But he didn't. He wasn't on the squad. Him never got to Africa, so why him can't play?
And Klavan had a few mistakes today. I was thinking Matip would have looked better there.
Yeah, most definitely. Especially in strength. Especially when they put on Fellaini.
Klavan had a dangerous back pass, and I was thinking, when lucky that I don't remember who it was that missed it, but who kick it straight at middle.
The young another mention of the game, young Alexander came on. No, Alexander.
Oh, actually that was when Zlatan kicked it deflected off middle and was like
almost,
landed on top of the net. Yeah.
You sure that wasn't Lovren in the back pass though?
It was Lovren. Yeah, you're right.
No, the thing about even Klopp trying this young right back, he's a talent, and I've seen videos of him playing for the new team. I've seen him in the League Cup.
Yeah,
talent. But
this match was too big for him.
And then when he saw what Martial was doing to him, the second Jose made what I consider a mistake of taking off Martial.
Yeah.
He should have put Emre Can over on that wing, shore up the defense, put on Sturridge and Coutinho, take off Origi, take off Alexander, and go for the win. But he came for a draw and he got a draw, and that is a problem.
I'm glad though. I'm glad.
Of course.
The only thing is that he wants a nil draw because I never want to score and pass it in the goal scoring chart.
So it goes. But all in all, getting a draw at Old Trafford isn't the worst. You know, worst could have happened.
I want to get a penalty at Old Trafford, something kind of unthinkable.
Yo! But I mean, when you have a player dabbing in the middle, what's that from Pogba? Pogba see the ball and say, that was crazy. Who was that on the field?
He was the worst player out there by far. 89 million pounds. Over the pleased.
I call it Pogba's evil twin. Don't you know my brother at Saint Etienne?
Something like that, yeah.
Maybe it's him the shopping.
Could be. and him should I get 2 yellow cards, so at least 2.
Probably. But I don't run down them things because guess what? We need to score the goals. I don't let my players off the hook.
Yeah.
You know, we can that should have been this, that should have been. Yo, score the goal then. When you score the goal then yellow card no matter.
And it's simple, when you don't score, you give the team the ball back to come and hurt you.
True.
It's like when you're fighting with a man, you have a knife, you throw it at him, you better aim and hit him because if you drop in front time,
you're not a knife again.
And him have it now.
True. Alright. But as I said, could be worse. Good week. Well, that was Seeing Red. I know y'all missed us, but guess what? We're back at it. Like, subscribe,
and comment.
And
want
comment.
Hear your thoughts.
We want to hear your thoughts. Have questions. You understand? Maybe questions.
And tell him how bad him team is.
Yo,
because him deluded and thinks
Liverpool to the world. Share this with your friends as well.
Share it to the enemies too.
You know, yeah.
Everybody.
Just
share
like
it to the neighbor.
Yeah, share it with Arsenal fans. I mean, they don't have no sense, but you can give it to them too. Alright? See you, right?